MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in New York. Game 1 here in the month of August between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. John Wiggins will stand in now, 1 day after his amazing 5-for-5 performance yesterday afternoon.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Being waved home now is Gardner. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
On the money.
And he will creep ever closer to that record, as you see there. This hitting streak is... John Wiggins stands in, the 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away.
Yeah, you know, and this could get ugly in a hurry. Or pretty, I guess, depending on which dugout you're sitting in.
Swing and a ball driven to deep left center. The outfielders give chase, but this one is gone. A home run. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. Number 68 now as he draws ever closer. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Well, he painted himself into an almost impossible situation on the mound. The conditions were ripe, and you know, when you're facing a guy like this with the bases loaded, you just get that feeling.
John Wiggins steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be troubled. And he'll barrel right through the stop sign, headed for the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
Oh, what a great...
David Wright come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
To his left, Wiggins, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. Offense apparently not hard to come by tonight as you get a look at our line score through the first half of the ball game. And boy, the runs have been coming fast and furious so far. Wilmer Flores will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Mets 4. John Wiggins will stand in again, but before he does, let's take you back to the 2nd inning of the ball game. Maybe the key blow so far, a grand slam that really got things started for him. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Granderson going back. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 2nd of the game, and they double him up. It's 8-4.
This guy is as hot as anybody right now. This is his 2nd home run of the ball game, and remember, he had 1 in his previous game as well. I think I'd approach him a bit more.
Ready for another chance? Neil Walker. He'll swing it from the left side right here. 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Hit out towards second. Cano has it. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. John Wiggins will stand in now with 5 RBIs to his credit already and a chance to add on some more.
And you know, Matt, the way he's attacked the baseball so far, why stop now?
First offering on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Yankees forced to settle for 1. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees are out in front, 9-6. And a good offensive performance here, but I think we can agree on naming this fellow right here as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that just about does it. From Flushing, Queens, baseball from the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Tonight we wrap up this brief 2-game series between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. John Wiggins will get his first shot now, coming off a big ball game last night in which he accounted for 5 runs batted in.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. This is line to left. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And the streak is alive. As you can see on the graphic, he creeps ever closer to the big number 56.
Boy, at this point in the streak, every game...
Juan Lagares will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. On the ground for Cano. This could be 2. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. David Wright will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Hit to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
The shortstop, number 13.
John Wiggins is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Solo shot to right center. And so he ties the big redhead with home run number 70 on the year as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead. And we get another look here. He is now in elite company with home run number 70 right there. Stephen McDonald is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The first baseman, number 21.
Settling in now, John Wiggins. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Oh, and guys, he absolutely hammered that pitch. Are you talking about a long home run? They all count the same, but goodness gracious, was that thing hit.
And this is into the gap for his 3rd hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. The run scores from second. It's a 3-0 game. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Stephen McDonald will come in now to begin their half of the 6th, and it's been a struggle for them so far. Just 3 hits through the first 5 innings.
And that's certainly not going to be enough to get the job done. And as the scoreboard bears out, if they want to get back in this game.
Oh, what a stop. Got him.
He's out.
Picked him up. Nice play. Well, they say pitching and defense is what's going to work.
John Wiggins will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Boy, he had a good pitch to hit, too. That was a slider always in the strike zone. That would have been a good one to go after.
Lifted the other way to left center. McDonald sprinting after it. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. The runner from second crosses the plate. Now a 5-0 lead.
Well, that's what he's done well all season.
John Wiggins will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
0-1's the count.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
He's still got to make one more big pitch, but this is a great start with the bases loaded.
Pulled toward right center field. There now is Granderson as he makes the catch to retire the side. Mets bullpen able to stem the tide. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees lead this one 7-2. Curtis Granderson will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Betances sets. Here it is on 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that'll just sneak past the glove, and it should be a base hit.
I tell you.
And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. He definitely did enough to earn himself the hard one.
Wednesday night baseball set to come your way from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, the first of 2 in this interleague matchup between the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. John Wiggins will stand in right on the heels of a 4-for-5 ball game a night ago.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And the streak is alive. As you can see on the graphic, he creeps ever closer. So stepping in, number 64, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. In there, and it's 0-1. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Liner toward right center, and he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect.
Neil Walker will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit well on the ground to first. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove. The throw home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
He's going to get a visit from the pitching coach here. But my goodness, after 6 runs, I think it's time to pull the plug. I don't think that after a little pep talk, he's just going to magically find it. Ain't happening.
Stepping in, John Wiggins. He singled his last time up.
John Wiggins.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. And he is in there.
Well, he's got
John Wiggins steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit up in the zone, and he didn't miss it. He'll be looking for it again right here.
Now a ball hit to center field and deep. Back goes the center fielder way back, and that ball is gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. He creeps closer now. His 71st on the season. And it's now an 8-6 ball game.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
John Wiggins will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point.
0-1.
92 splits the plate, and it's strike one. He pulls this one into right, and it's a base hit. So there you go. The potential winning run aboard to start off the home half of the ninth. Boy, and they have not been able to get... Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, seemed like everything he touched turned to gold. He winds up with 5 hits in the game. Without question, a standout.
Getting set for baseball now on a Thursday night from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. We wrap up this quick 2-game interleague series between the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Stephen McDonald will stride in, as he's got to be considered a strong contender for Rookie of the Year honors if he can avoid a collapse here in the final couple of months. Hit to first. Wiggins takes it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. Mets 0. Yankees coming up. It's crosstown action on Major League Baseball, the show. John Wiggins will see if he can keep the magic wand going. He was 5 for 5 in the ballgame last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and he is one shy of immortality now. 72 on the year, and this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
John Wiggins takes into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Solo shot to right center. His second of the game. As the Yankees start to pull away a bit, it's now 4-0. And that home run, obviously a big one, as he has now tied the record for most home runs in a season. One more, and he'll become the all-time record holder. John Wiggins comes forward now, and he's got to be feeling pretty confident, having already launched 2 balls over the fence in this one.
Now, there's no doubt he's feeling it in this one, Matt. He's getting good pitches to hit and then just letting it rip.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
To short, hit hard. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove. Around first, on his way to second now. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field. John Wiggins will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. And there it is. John Wiggins is the new single-season home run king. He now cruises around the bases knowing he's just toppled a long-standing record, one regarded as the jewel of Major League achievements. What a thrill for us to witness, and as you can tell, the fans are certainly grateful as well.
And you have to wonder what is going through his head right now, Matty. The home run record is one of the most hallowed records in all of sport. Well, take a curtain call, big fella. You definitely earned it.
Yeah, and guys, this is one of the reasons why this is such a hallowed record. As you just said, Eric, it's because it requires such a ridiculous level of consistency throughout an entire season. I mean, he flat out didn't go through a home run hitting slump at all. And if he had, we would not be witnessing the momentous occasion right now. And he will always be remembered for having one of the greatest seasons.
John Wiggins will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Yeah! And a high strike there, 0-1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Liner toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Well, if you want to point things...
Now at the plate, Neil Walker. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Here comes the 0-1. Bounce to first. Wiggins fields it cleanly, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
And all through this winning streak of theirs...
Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, seemed like everything he touched turned to gold. He winds up with 5 hits in the game. Without question, a standout performance.
So that'll just about